Hey everyone, hey, welcome back to Adventure Backpacking with Tom. I am out hiking again. I was fortunate to get 2 days in a row off, so I'm back on trail. I've done about 2 miles so far, and I decided to stop and make some food and grab a bite to eat right here. I'm just hiking down along the Potomac River again. I hope to find a good spot right on the river a little bit later on, and I will keep you posted from there. But the weather's great. I can't believe I'm hiking in a t-shirt. I've got my sweatshirt strapped here. I started with that, but definitely no need for that. So February 8th, or 9th, whatever it is, you can't complain, right? I'll keep you posted later. So such a nice day down here. Just wanted to give you a view of where I am right now, hiking down here along Potomac. I'm still in Great Falls, but I'm heading toward Sterling, back to Algonquian Park. But a lot of bird activity out there. Those are all kinds of migrating waterfowl flying around, making all kinds of noise. There's a log that got beached up onto these rocks, probably when the water is a little bit higher. Water's down right now. There's a bunch of logs actually out there that are all up sitting on top of these rocks. I guess next time we get a lot of water, it'll rush downhill and head toward the Great Falls. You can see some of the damage from the last storm we had. There's a tree that just snapped. Had to be real recent because you can see as I back up and get a little closer, it's still fresh. That wood hasn't even grayed yet, so it's all fresh. We've had a lot of devastating storms here. Not so much snow at all, but just ice and wind. And these old trees just can't take it. So this is part of the damage, but I'm going to use it for a little kindling and firewood later on. I'm going to throw a few things in the bag I'm carrying and use it later on. I wanted to show you the section I'm walking on here in the trail. This green foliage you see, that's actually bamboo. Which bamboo can be an invasive species here, and it grows like crazy, and it probably got brought in by, I don't know, some kind of animal, probably birds that ate seeds early in the spring. But it's on both sides of the trail and it's invading, and this stuff this coming summer is probably going to get to be 10 feet high and 1 inch around. It's all over this part here, and I'm wondering what the Park Service is going to do to try to alleviate it and control it, because it's a scary thing. This will take over the whole forest. It's very invasive. So we'll see what happens. I didn't notice this last time I was on the trail because it was so cold out. It probably wasn't green then, but today it's evident. It's starting to creep up. When the temperature gets warm into the 60s, you can see it. It's everywhere. It's going to be hard to control. So look, I'm coming across some, gives you an idea of how warm the weather is here in Northern Virginia, but these are wild scallions. So I am going to grab a bunch, and I'm going to make these part of my soup tonight. That little bunch will be nice. Flavor up my soup. So I've been pretty much educating myself for the last couple of years on mushrooms and mycelia, and one of the things I've discovered is turkey tail mushrooms are one of the most abundant and also beneficial mushrooms that you can make tinctures out of. You can eat them if you want. A lot of people boil them down, make a tincture, and then they also dry them out for powder and they add it to all their foods. So I just came across a bunch here, which I will show you, and I'm going to pick a few tonight and add them to my my soup. So this log here is covered in these beautiful turkey tails. Look at those things. And there's a log on the other side also as well that looks the same way. And these may have frozen a little bit, but they're still, if I'm just going to boil them and not eat them, I'll still get the benefits from them. And I'm going to just sparingly tear a few off. You can see these are more frostbitten than the other ones on the other side. So I'm going to pick the ones from over here, and then I'm going to enjoy the benefits from these later on in my soup. I just noticed something I wanted to show you. Oftentimes I see this along the trail, but check this out. This is, I don't know, this thing's got to be 200 years old. It's a giant, that thing's about 6-7 feet around on the bottom. It's a sycamore tree. Same thing with this one here. They're side by side. But look what the beavers have done. You can see the teeth marks of what the beavers are doing. They're just chewing these two trees up in an effort to kill them, which they will succeed. And eventually these guys are going to die and fall into the river. Those little busy beavers. I guess they're doing their thing, nothing we can do about it. They have a right to live just like we do, but it's sad that these 100-year-old trees are gonna just drop one day because the beavers are taking them down by the bottom. Look at all these teeth marks. Unbelievable. There's a good-sized flock of migratory ducks out there, just chilling out. Probably looking for a place to roost for the night. Check this out, what a beautiful spot. The sun's going down. I haven't found a place to sleep yet, but if I just spin it, a little bit of a rush of water here rumbling over the rocks and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful spot. I gotta keep moving though. I still need to find a place to sleep. I'm hoping to find a place just like this. This is too rocky. Never be able to sleep in my tent here. So I'm gonna move on a little bit and find another place. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying that view right there, that sunset. Look at that. So I'm heading that way, and we'll find a place to sleep. A few minutes, maybe a half hour. Alright, so I'm heading up away from the river. I gotta climb up this trail. It kind of winds up all the way to the top there. I'm always intrigued when I come across these logs that are hollowed out. I wonder what's inside there, if anything. I bet it's a safe haven for critters at night. Get out of the rain. Alright, I am probably a mile or so from where I need to set camp for tonight, so I'm going to run out of daylight. Just did a big climb, so I'm huffing and puffing a little bit. My old ass is a little out of shape, but still hugging the river. However, it's really steep up and down. Look at it. So I'm going to plug away. I think I only have a mile to go, if I remember correctly. I've hiked this trail a bunch, so I'll set my camp there. First order of business is to make a fire, get that going, and then I'll set up my tent. And once I get settled in, I'll just chill for a little bit. Probably heat up some oatmeal. I got a tuna fish packet I'm planning on eating for tonight. So keep you posted. I should be there shortly. This This is what I love about getting up higher. You get a different perspective. So that's my sunset view for tonight. And I'm just now about a half mile away from camp. It's about to get dark pretty quick. Not a lot of cloud cover, so I should have a beautiful, beautiful sky to watch tonight. No chance of rain that I know of. I mean, it's a slim chance, but I'm not going to put my rain fly on. I'll keep it next to me just in case. But I think I'm just going to sleep under the stars tonight and enjoy the sky view. So as the sun goes down and I get closer to camp, the sky gets more beautiful and beautiful as I go. It's hard to describe the peace that I feel when I'm out here in the woods by myself, all alone. I hear the occasional airplane and helicopters going over because I'm kind of near two major Washington, D.C. airports. But this is just unbelievable. This is why I come out. This is why I like to spend the nights. It's just absolutely gorgeous out here, and I'm going to stand still for a second. It is absolutely peace and quiet when there's no airplanes coming. Absolutely nothing to hear. And I hope that the night is the same, with the exception of critters, because I like listening to the critters wandering around in the woods at night. So I don't have far to go before I pitch my tent, and then I'll settle in. So until then, you can see how those cotton balls just take off. I'm gonna have no trouble starting a fire tonight. I've got a little bit of kindling here. I did pick some other stuff that I brought with, and I'm gonna get this fire going, no trouble. Cotton balls soaked in Vaseline. That's the way to go, man. It's the way to start a fire anytime you're out in the woods. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to crash in a few minutes. Campsite's all set up. I'm just gonna let this thing burn down. I know I said that earlier, but I threw this piece of curved bark on. It's just taking off. So I'm just sitting next to the fire enjoying it, and thought I would have a little fireside chat. And just wondering what makes you guys tick. Like, what are your fancies? What do you like to do? What do you do for enjoyment, hobbies, anything else? I've got lots of different things that I do. I love gardening and getting ready to sow my seeds for the spring. And when I sit beside the fire like this is the kind of thing I think about. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl, which is going to be just a few days away, and hope to enjoy that. My boss was kind enough to give me a schedule where I get off at 5:30, so I'll have plenty of time to prepare for that. Sorry, the smoke's getting in my eyes. But yeah, just wondering what everybody else does for fun and hobbies and enjoyment. This is what I love to do. I love being out in the woods, love being alone by myself, enjoying the peace and quiet, and having a fire like this, and picking mushrooms and onions and stuff like that, and just enjoying nature, just being out by myself. I love it. So sometimes you get into camp late and you got to set up in the dark. So this is the way it's going to go down right now. All right, so here I am, campsite done. That's where I'm going to sleep tonight. I have no intention of putting that rain fly on because there's no rain in the forecast, so I'm just going to sleep under the stars just as it is. And my little fire is just going to burn out, and I'm going to use the rest of that wood in the morning, probably to just cook some breakfast on. So anyway, I know you can't see this, but the Potomac River is right there. It's a beautiful moon in the sky creeping through the trees there. And this is what I'm going to look at as I sleep tonight. So it's this and the beautiful sky up here, which I know you can't really see, but that's going to be my night tonight. Good morning. I'm still in my tent. I'm a little embarrassed it's so late. I'm usually up and out early, but I had a great night's sleep. I slept like a rock. I'm gonna go out and rekindle my fire. Like I said last night, I didn't put the rain fly on, so I'm gonna spin this around and show you the view that I'm having right now. It's a beautiful morning. So you can see this is what I'm waking up to here. The sunrise is going to be out that way. I'm just going to get out of my tent in a second, rekindle my fire, and make some breakfast and get on to my 8-mile trek I have going on today. I will talk to you guys soon. So you can see where I camped up here, a little bit high above the river. It's looking beautiful. The morning's great. This is what it's looking like up high here. The sun came up that way, and Just a beautiful, beautiful day. This is my camp setup over here. Rekindled my fire. The wind was really helpful with that, so I'm gonna cook up some breakfast soon. I'm getting ready to do that right now. And you can see that my tent, I didn't put the rain fly on it, so this is where I spent the night. Nice and warm and cozy in there. So I'm gonna hit the trail in about a half hour and finish my 8-mile trek that I have for today. So I came across a stump here, this old tree. You can see it's broken off from the storm or something. But check this out down here below. Something's getting in there. Not sure what, but look at the debris it's leaving. There must be bugs in there that they're picking at. It's probably woodpeckers. Could be deer. Anything that's looking for bugs and some food in the wintertime. But there's these holes like this all over this tree. It's probably why it broke off. I always find stuff like this very interesting. I want to show you these little microgreens that are starting to peek through from the winter leaves that cover. It keeps them warm and they sprout when the weather gets warm like this. These will probably die off again because we're sure to get another frost. It's still too early in the year, but these things are completely edible. They're nutritious and they're packed full of protein. I put a few in my soup last night with the tincture I made from the turkey tail mushrooms and the wild scallions I picked. So if you're ever out in the woods and you need a good nutrition meal, this is not going to put fat on your bones, but it's certainly healthy for you. So I'm about halfway through my morning hike. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. I'm getting ready to shed the sweatshirt soon. It's just going to warm up a little bit more, but I'm starting to break a sweat, so I'm going to shed this thing soon. Just loving this weather. It's a little bit breezy today, but other than that, this is great. I can't believe it's February 10th. And it's like, I think, going to be 60 again today. So absolutely incredible weather for February. I know we're going to get hit at some point. Mother Nature's playing a trick on us, giving us false spring here. But it's beautiful. There's no one around. The river looks really awesome. Give you a spin around here. This is when I'm walking along. It's really nice. It's just a pleasure to be out here. I'll keep you posted from the trail if I notice anything interesting. Can't keep the sweatshirt on. It's getting too warm. I'm starting to break quite the sweat, so I decided to stop right here in this spot. I'm about 50 yards from the river. River's out that way, but there's all these crazy like shelf mushrooms. I'm not sure exactly what they are. Some I can tell are turkey tail, but other ones I'm not sure what they are. But I'm going to take a few pictures and see if I can't research it. I'll give you a close-up in a second of what they are. It's pretty interesting. So you can check this out. These are all over these logs. I'm not sure if it's because of the type of wood. You can see them going all the way down that way. There's a good cluster right here. And then they go all the way down that log that way. And on this one, both sides. Pretty sure they might just be overgrown turkey tails that froze and lost their color, but I'm not positive about that. And there's some on this other side of the trail here as well, and they go all the way down this log, and then they're on another log over there. I'm not sure if you can see that one, but I'll zoom in a little bit. So they're growing all around this area. It must be ideal conditions for them. So I'm going to do a little research. I'm going to take one home and try to do a matchup on some sites that I follow on mycelia and see if I can match them up. Because if they're edible, I'm coming back to harvest. So I'm about 6 miles into my 8 miles today, so I'll be finishing up shortly. I will take a break and cook up some cup of soup I have. I'm going to mix up what I have left of my turkey tail and my wild scallions. I'll throw those in there. I'll do that in a little while, but it's such a gorgeous day. It does not, absolutely does not feel like February 10th. It feels more like April 10th or May 10th. Unbelievable, the weather. I know I said this before, but I'm sure Mother Nature's gonna come back with a vengeance and give us at least another good frost week in the zeros, and maybe a good dumping of 2 feet of snow. I'd like to see some snow this year. We've only had a couple dustings so far, so I'm always up for a good snowstorm. So, but it's absolutely gorgeous out here. I'm in this area that they call the swamp, because all this floods over when the Potomac River gets really high. All this floods in, so it floods. It's got some subsidiaries that take the water, and then it recedes really quick. But it's I guess it was designed that way. They way back a couple hundred years ago, they made these areas that were designed to be like floodplains, and now they're hiking trails. And in the spring, when we get a lot of snow melt from the mountains that flow down the Potomac, and the Potomac gets really high, this all does flood. So it is still a valid thing, but so beautiful today. I can't believe it. I'll talk to you soon. Interesting tree here. No hole in it. I wonder what's in that hole. I can't see it. Hopefully you guys can. Doesn't appear to be anything in there. It looks like the bottom back half fell out. It's just hollowed out. Little piece of critter hair here. I'm not sure what that's from. It's either a deer or a fox, I would guess. Raccoons are pretty much in hibernation. Definitely not a black bear. Okay, so on this trail, across this tree here, who knows how old this guy is. He's standing the test of time for sure. But check this out. Tell me it's February 10th. These little snowdrops are blooming in full force. February 10th. Come on. So I came across this tree about 20 feet off the trail, and check this out. Apparently this vine grew underneath the bark at a certain point, and then it ran up the tree all the way up. But look at this. When the bark fell off the tree, it was looped around the vine. So it's just kind of floating in midair here. Really cool. At least I find it fascinating. Hope you do too. So here's an interesting thing on this Potomac Heritage Trail that I'm on. The pipeline goes up that way behind me. It goes into Sterling, Virginia, border of Sterling and Great Falls, I guess. And then it crosses underneath here, and it goes under the river. This is a subsidiary, and then the Potomac is through that clearing, and it goes all the way into the state of Maryland. So it's just a natural gas line that's been dug in under the river. Always find it fascinating how they do this. There's virtually no evidence of it other than that they keep it cleared for maintenance purposes. But other than that, it's totally hidden. You'd never know it was here unless you read the signs. So this is gonna conclude my hike. I've got about a quarter mile left, and then I'll get picked up, brought home. But I had a great time, man. The weather is just unbelievable for February. I can't get over it. It's February 10th. Had a great time, saw a lot of neat stuff. Hope you enjoy what I show in the video. And I will be out again on Sunday. I'm gonna head out. I'm not sure where I'm going yet. I'm gonna head out somewhere on Sunday and stay overnight. Might be down here along the Potomac, but a different section. I just haven't decided yet. A lot will depend on the weather and if the river rises and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy what you see. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'd appreciate it.